Which principle of British democracy ensures that government power must always come from elected representatives rather than inherited authority? A. Parliamentary sovereignty. B. Hereditary governance. C. Royal mandate. D. Executive rule. Answer: A. Parliamentary sovereignty means elected representatives hold the highest authority in decision-making. Which event in 1688 is known for replacing an absolute monarchy with a constitutional monarchy in Britain? A. English Civil War. B. Glorious Revolution. C. Battle of Hastings. D. Magna Carta signing. Answer: B. The Glorious Revolution established a constitutional monarchy with limited royal powers. Which monarch's reign is associated with major industrial, scientific, and cultural expansion known as the Victorian era? A. George III. B. Elizabeth I. C. Queen Victoria. D. Edward VII. Answer: C. Victoria's long reign oversaw industrialization and social transformation. What was the primary purpose of the 1911 Parliament Act? A. Abolish the monarchy. B. Limit the veto power of the House of Lords. C. Create devolved assemblies. D. Increase voting age. Answer: B. The Act reduced the Lords' power, strengthening democratic governance. What historic agreement helped shape the modern legal system by guaranteeing that individuals cannot be imprisoned without fair trial? A. Habeas Corpus Act. B. Statute of Ridlan. C. Domesday Book. D. Act of Settlement. Answer: A. The Act protects citizens from unlawful detention. What major outcome followed the Acts of Union in 1801? A. Formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. B. Creation of the NHS. C. Start of World War I. D. Creation of the Supreme Court. Answer: A. The 1801 Union brought Ireland together with Great Britain. Which political change in 1928 finally allowed women in the UK to vote on equal terms with men? A. Women's Civic Act. B. Equal Franchise Act. C. Universal Suffrage Decree. D. Reform Charter Act. Answer: B. It granted full voting rights to women aged 21 and above. What major social service was introduced in 1948 to ensure healthcare was available to all UK residents? A. British Social Fund. B. NHS. C. National Housing Act. D. Modern Welfare Scheme. Answer: B. The NHS guaranteed healthcare based on need, not wealth. Which early British people constructed stone monuments such as Stonehenge for ceremonial purposes? A. Anglo-Saxons. B. Romans. C. Beaker people. D. Vikings. Answer: C. The Beaker culture created several ceremonial sites. Which key feature defines the UK's uncodified constitution? A. It is written in one single document. B. It is entirely based on royal decrees. C. It is built from multiple sources such as laws, customs, and conventions. D. It cannot be changed. Answer: C. The UK Constitution is derived from many evolving sources. Which British Prime Minister is known for leading reconstruction and major reforms after World War II? A. Anthony Eden. B. Clement Attlee. C. Harold Macmillan. D. Edward Heath. Answer: B. Attlee's government introduced the NHS and welfare reforms. What was the central aim of the Chartist movement in the 1830s and 1840s? A. Promote monarchy. B. Extend voting rights to working men. C. End trade unions. D. Expand British colonies. Answer: B. Chartists sought political rights and voting reforms. Which UK region has the oldest working parliament in the world, dating back to 1295 in its earliest form? A. Wales. B. England. C. Scotland. D. Northern Ireland. Answer: B. England's parliament is considered the model of modern democracy. Which document of 1701 established rules about who could inherit the British throne? A. The Royal Act. B. Act of Settlement. C. Monarch Charter. D. Union Statute. Answer B. It determined succession rules and restricted Catholic succession. Which British cultural value emphasizes resolving disagreements through debate rather than force? A. Martial tradition. B. Democratic discussion. C. Peacekeeping duty. D. Civil conflict resolution. Answer B. British democracy relies on debate within Parliament. What role does the Cabinet play in UK government? A. Advises the monarch independently of Parliament. B. Makes key government decisions collectively. C. Approves judicial appointments. D. Oversees local councils. Answer B. Cabinet ministers share responsibility for national decisions. Which major event in 1348–49 killed nearly one-third of Britain's population? A. Viking invasion. B. The Great Famine. C. The Black Death. D. Civil War outbreak. Answer C. The plague drastically reduced population and changed labour systems. Which UK nation retained its own education and legal systems even after political union? A. Wales. B. Northern Ireland. C. Scotland. D. England. Answer C. Scotland kept its distinct legal traditions and educational structure. What is the purpose of Prime Minister's questions, PMQs? A. Allow the PM to announce new laws. B. Allow MPs to challenge and question the Prime Minister. C. Elect new MPs. D. Present annual budgets. Answer B. PMQs ensure accountability through direct questioning. Which system ensures UK judges remain independent from political influence? A. Parliamentary override. B. Ministerial approval. C. Judicial independence. D. Royal command. Answer C. Independence protects fairness and neutrality in courts. Which famous British victory in 1805 secured naval dominance for more than a century? A. Battle of Yorktown. B. Battle of Trafalgar. C. Battle of Bannockburn. D. Battle of Naseby. Answer B. Nelson's victory confirmed Britain's naval supremacy. What was the significance of the 1999 House of Lords reform? A. All lords were removed. B. Most hereditary peers lost automatic seats. C. The House of Lords replaced the House of Commons. D. Monarch appointed all new peers. Answer B. The reform reduced hereditary influence. Which monarch oversaw the transition from feudal England to a more centralized and legally organized country after 1066? A. Alfred the Great. B. William the Conqueror. C. Richard I. D. John of Gaunt. Answer B. William introduced new laws, land records, and governance. Which key belief underpins the UK welfare system? A. Only private support should be provided. B. Citizens should pay for all healthcare. C. Society should support those unable to support themselves. D. Only local councils handle welfare. Answer C. The welfare system provides safety nets for vulnerable citizens. What was the main cause behind the Peasants' Revolt of 1381? A. Desire for royal succession changes. B. Opposition to poll taxes and harsh feudal laws. C. Trade disagreements with France. D. Religious reform demands. Answer B. High taxation and unfair laws triggered the uprising. Which British value emphasizes treating people fairly regardless of background? A. Social duty. B. Equality and respect. C. Civic royalism. D. Imperial fairness. Answer B. Equality is a core value in UK social and legal systems. Which invention during the Industrial Revolution significantly expanded Britain's transport network? A. Gas lamps. B. Cotton gin. C. Steam locomotive. D. Telegraph. Answer C. Railways transformed trade, travel, and industry. Which major British reform in 1833 helped abolish slavery across the empire? A. Liberty Act. B. Emancipation Reform. C. Abolition of Slavery Act. D. Human Rights Edict. Answer: C. The Act ended slavery throughout the British Empire. What does the term common law refer to in the UK? A. Laws created by the monarch. B. Laws based on judges' decisions and precedents. C. Laws passed only in Scotland. D. Laws applying only to military courts. Answer: B. Common law evolves from court decisions over time. Which major achievement is associated with Sir Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist? A. Discovery of antibiotics. B. Creation of the television. C. Invention of the World Wide Web. D. Development of radar. Answer: C. Berners-Lee invented the web, transforming global communication.